Hey everyone, my name is Jen. Those of you that are already subscribed, you may already know me. I am in the process of revamping my channel, I guess. So those of you that have been here for the long haul, thank you. It might be just 15 of you, but either way, I appreciate you guys. It's been quite a few years now, and I am on a different life journey. And I basically wanted to start recording for myself. I wanted to be able to look back on these videos and see how far I have come. And also for anyone else that may be going through a similar situation and have questions. So today is August 17th, 2021. We are currently still in a pandemic. And lately, the cases have been on the rise. As you can see by the title of the video, I am in the process of getting bariatric surgery. I started this process the beginning of this year. Although I have looked into bariatric surgery many years ago, and unfortunately, nothing ever came of that. I think back then my insurance had ended and I was no longer able to go through the process. However, that did help me to reveal and diagnose that I had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is very common in women to have cysts that grow on the ovaries. And many women suffer with weight gain, facial, chest, excessive body hair growth, insulin resistance, weight in mostly the abdominal area, and it's extremely hard to lose weight without some type of intervention. My entire life, I've gone up and down in my weight. Back in 2012 or 2013, I had started to change my eating habits, and I also had started exercising, and I attended Zumba classes a couple nights a week. At that point, I was able to lose probably about 50 pounds. I really enjoyed Zumba. I liked the social aspect of it. I liked being around other women that had similar interests, and everyone wanted to get in shape and be healthy. And I felt that it was really fun and just nice to be around other people that were looking to do the same thing. But of course, that didn't last. I started a new job. I was no longer able to exercise as much. I was no longer able to attend Zumba classes. That new job was basically a lot of hours of sitting. And slowly but surely, I put the weight back on. And then after a few years, I ended up getting pregnant in 2016, which I feel was a total miracle because, as I had said, I had been diagnosed with PCOS and I didn't think I would ever be pregnant. So at that point during pregnancy, I put on probably 25 to 30 pounds. And after giving birth, I lost some of that weight, probably about 20 pounds. And then the depression set in. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't realize that what I was experiencing was postpartum depression. I know I've always suffered with sometimes being sad and down and stuff like that. So I didn't really notice what was going on And so I made the decision to start going to primary care physician. And I went to my first appointment in December 2020. And at that point, I was able to weigh myself for the very first time in a while. I had a scale that basically every time I would step on it, it would say error. And I come to realize that that scale only went up to 350. And at that point, I realized that my new high was more than 350. When I went to see my primary care physician, my highest recorded weight was 373 pounds. And I now had high blood pressure. I never, in all my years, had any problems with my blood pressure. It was always excellent. But I guess being over 300 pounds is what did it. Even during pregnancy, I didn't have any issues with my blood pressure. So it was time to get serious about getting healthy. But in February, I made the decision to start doing more research into bariatric surgery. I had started to look for a bariatric surgeon in my area, and I found one that I was interested in. So I went on their site and I watched their video and answered their questions and waited for a few weeks for them to get back to me. And upon them calling me back, I had realized that I had unfortunately made the mistake of not finding a place that would take my insurance. So it was back to square one. And at that point, I went on my insurance website and found my surgeon that would accept my insurance. Then after doing that process again of watching their video and filling out the questionnaire and waiting for them to respond back to me, they informed me that my appointment would be for March 31st, 2021. And as I was waiting for that appointment to come, I continued to do my research. Initially, I was looking into VSG, which is the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, because I had heard that it's less invasive and a lot of people were going for that. So within my research, I realized that the gastric bypass would be a far better option for me. My reasoning would be because of, number one, the amount of weight that I need to lose, having PCOS. The gastric bypass has been around the longest. It's the gold standard of surgery. Also, there has been cases where those that had the VSG developed acid reflux and indigestion and those kind of problems. And some had to have a revision to the gastric bypass surgery. So I wanted to be one and done, have one surgery, no revisions. That was my reasoning. So by the time I got to my first appointment, I was very knowledgeable, and when I met with my surgeon, he was extremely satisfied with everything that I had told him and the reasoning behind my choice for going with gastric bypass. He also had let me know that he's worked with my insurance before and he knows what they are requiring. At that point, they had given me a survival guide, which is this here, and they also gave me some food logs so that I can log all of my food every week. And that was also a requirement for my insurance. Another requirement is I had to meet with the bariatric doctor for 6 consecutive months. Another requirement is to meet with a therapist to have a psych evaluation done. So since that very first appointment, I have been logging my food every day, every week, logging my steps, and slowly but surely trying to get more steps in per day. I met with the dietitian back in May, and at that point, I learned a lot. I learned that I had been eating some of the wrong things. I mean, who knew that one average sized banana is actually 2 servings? I learn something new every day. So she basically went over some of the things that I had been eating and gave me some tips and tricks. And I started to be a little more strict on some of the things I had been eating. Along with my survival guide that was given to me by my bariatric surgeon, I went ahead and made a couple purchases. Number one is I purchased a planner / journal / my life. I pretty much put everything in here. Whenever I weigh myself, I update my book. Any appointments, anything, everything goes in this book. Another thing I purchased is a new scale because, as I had mentioned, my old one only went up to 350, and at that time I was more than 350 pounds. So back in March, I had weighed myself with my new scale, and I had officially gone down 10 pounds from my highest weight. So March 24th, I was 363 pounds. And then I weighed myself again right before my first appointment with my bariatric surgeon. March 30th, I was 355 pounds. Then I weighed myself again in April on the 22nd, and I was 350 pounds. I didn't weigh myself again until May 6th, and I was 347 pounds. I weighed myself again on May 21st, and I was 344 pounds. And I weighed in June on the 17th, I was 342 pounds. And then I weighed again June 21st, and I was 336 pounds. I weighed again on June 29th, and I was 334 pounds. So after having that dietitian appointment, I started cutting some stuff out and eating a little healthier. And I think that's what helped kind of kickstart my weight loss in those months. Back in July, I kind of veered off from the healthy eating and introduced some unhealthy stuff back into my diet, and the weight loss kind of slowed down. Because in July, on the 25th, I was 332 pounds. And then I weighed myself again August 11th, and I was 331 pounds. And in July, I had met with my therapist for the first time. I made my appointment to have the psych evaluation done. They told me that it would take quite a few weeks to get the authorization from my insurance, so they set that appointment for the beginning of August. August 10th was the day I was supposed to have my evaluation done. However, my insurance didn't get back in time, and they gave me another appointment, which is coming up on August 19th. So fingers crossed that everything goes well with that, because the last time I met with my bariatric team, they had informed me that my upcoming appointment in August on the 31st would be considered my pre-op appointment. And then on that day, they would submit all of my information to my insurance to hopefully get approved for surgery. They also gave me a surgery date for the end of September, so I'm very hopeful that my insurance will get back to them in time, and that would be my day. If they decide that I have not met all of their requirements, it may get pushed to October. I'm trying to stay positive. because if that happens, it will definitely interrupt some of the other stuff I got going on in October. I waited about 3 months for a sleep study appointment that is in the end of October, so I really don't want to have to cancel that. I'm also not sure if they're going to start canceling or postponing non-emergency surgeries in my state. I know they have started doing that in certain states because of the rising cases of COVID. I'm extremely hopeful that I will have the surgery on the day that they gave me, and I will continue to record my journey along the way. So thanks for listening in. If you are not already subscribed and you would like to follow me on this journey, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you found anything in this video at all useful, please go ahead and hit the like button. And also, those that want to stay informed when I release a new video, please hit the post notification bell. All right, see you soon. Bye.